Hi viewers, welcome again. This is a very one C, one crew, and every other reflection. Today we're going to be taking our very record, even with WASI results and all of that, and any other thing that makes our great breakers what it is, a great need. But even what we're going to do right now is also a miracle, because miracles beginning to work our way with the soap and soap power. Now, watch carefully. Truly immediate result that one needs to have, because you would be, why are we living and why do we have to learn and focus on the Lord and the word of indeed spirit indeed make its home with the one who truly it is appointed. Now, having created, what we talk about is in the my birth, which of the Aquarian. That's the main thing. Whilst I told you we were what? We're just about that time, that very moment we have to mention this. We said that X5 and the training in V as any other number and any other thing was showing. So watch carefully what this has to do, just right. Make it as the spirit marks the day, as you just have to focus on doing your works, and the Lord will have a way of supplying the mission. Now watch carefully. So we are here highlighting on this even special time is more special regardless of what you are and where you are, is a time. So time wise, watch carefully. We are talking about 7-11. What do we mean 7-11? 7-11 actually what? It is being Sunday birth, and 7th generation is Sunday birth. Is the 11th house. So that what makes 7-11 what it is being born Sunday, and the service as 7th generation. So the word 7 and number 7 is for 7 and service, as it goes with what? Who truly came from the Lord 101. So the month will confirm that in January is 11th place in 11th house. So 11 can repeat itself anytime, but until they tell you where indeed it is 101. Now, we did it 101 right away. Now, watch carefully this word. January 7-11. So we're going to go have these things as it should work without failure. If you create indeed the healing, that will come from the healing, and the element is mission and ministry Sylvester, and mission and then DNA ministry Sylvester. Having our XHD truly doing it, where the Lord geared the life. So we go straight. Let's watch straight away what it means. Here now we have to mention any scripture, but let the scripture fail not. Now we want to talk about a couple of number of things here. We will first of all like to know what is 7th generation or 7-11. 7-11 in US or America. Now let's take that one first, so that it will be as not late, because I've also ever treated the Aquarian, which is January, my birth, my own real birth, as the Lord is. So let's watch carefully if the Lord indeed has honor himself. Watch carefully. Everything on my system, and even the GPS that I pin as what? They say myself and exam result, which confirm what? 7th generation to have also 7-11. Watch carefully what is 7-11. What is 7-11? So we can't be behind the scene and then be behind the creation. You see, if you have to listen to a voice, indeed a voice works. Watch here. What is 7-11? What? 7-11 is as a restaurant or place of what? Know about 7-11, which is the same January 7, which is Sunday also. Right there. So the main thing is what? The main. How would you also know the one who came with 7-11? There you have it in their business. Right there. So watch carefully. So I've been given a number as it was ever given. And that number, that great number, is 100. So that is a G1. As I have just had to finish with this, and the G1 is showing. So what is showing right now? So 7-11, as you used to have it, even spread around the world, is a great place. Now we're going to look at what it is, and in relation to my exam result, the two numbers are my two different exam results combined, and that combined also make the G1. Watch here. So 7-11, we have a lot to say. That the L and then evening. So evening had made known that we eat, and L had made known also in the system, as we've been talking about what really can heal. Because if you don't get it right, you don't get it going. So 7-Eleven is what? The world's largest convenience store. What do you mean? In Texas in 1927. What is 19? Wasi University and Heaven University, everything. Information that is beyond many thousands years. Like this, about roughly, it's just about few, how many years? It's just about 2 years to 1,000. So it's nine. That is yes, 998. 998 years. That's 998 years. As of the time they have mentioned what? Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? That's it. It's just about that. To know what I'm saying. That's it. Watch carefully. That in Dallas, 1927, and I've sat here on earth, right in different school exams, and it proved the 19 and then 27. It's a miracle. Nobody's ever seen it. It's never even happened. Watch carefully. As what? As an eyes stand, eyes what? Stand. If you fail to be guided, it won't be what my case to say, oh, I didn't make it. That's why you didn't make it. We made it. And why we are making it, we say earn L. This is the path and how long it is and journey. Watch here. Now, this as I stand hours, non long hours. Do you get it right? So how and gardens, every other thing. Now what? So that in so that's why it will be when I'm talking about number on my channel or any other thing, because let's say for 2011 I have had what? The 90, which is the G1, and then for 2006 2007 I have had the 27 for grade 9, that's G9, grade 9. In 2011 the same 11 house I have had what? The 90, which is the G1, that's a grade 1. Yes, it's for grade 1. So when you see grade 1 and then grade 9 is 19. Like grade 1, to say that you want to score, let's say that you want to score the 2. So when you put 2 grades together, we are getting G1, which is myself, and we've never seen it happen like that. However, what that 7-Eleven even what is stating about what? Having started what? 1927, their service and business. And this repeat itself in my exam to talk of even the day I was born in my 11 house, and then what? 7 generation. This confirms truly what we are seeing here in all the generations, and it can tell who the Lord says can keep and keep and keep on keeping. Now the steering is before us, and then the laps going on. Yes, we have to have it. How I even see it and keep the healing in a posture in manner that it won't fail. This look closely that we continue the that and what the service even in time. Watch here. That how I have to start 2007, which is 7 generation, to 11, which is the 11 house. That's what from 2007 to what 2011. That's what even the code for myself to start the schooling from 2007, which is 7 generation. That means out of the year 2007, it is in year 7. That is year 7, which is the 7 generation. I have to start my 7 generation school. That level, even is going to work with time. Time wise, the Lord agree only he has to start from that time. So that it will be every generation, everything. Because there are something you cannot do. God will say age wise. But that which you also can do now has to confirm every other thing you have to do. All in the same time, that you don't have to need, let's say, know certain things that would divide you again. But that rather having all of that converged in one area, 400. Also marking any other thing. Now watch here. That these known for each word long hours as originally 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. service that they are giving. and it takes to do this or to understand the eyes that they're talking about. What again? There you have what? And a wide range and for this what? Snacks and then drinks and what? Essentials and fresh food. That also what? Operating globally with what? With over 85,000 stores and now owned by Japanese or Japan's 7. You see, when 7 goes, another 7 comes. So Japan what? Japan 7. Japan 7. And I hold it myself also. So that what do you mean 85? 85 will go to what? Round 13, which is 4. The same 4. Watch carefully what we did on the number of what? The immortal. We show that, right? You saw it. We won't have it here because today we have had to move from this to the other. Okay. So even to the numbers that we're showing, yeah, that will be on what? The immortal. The things we design. So these have been for today's main purpose designs. So I have to sit and do this and then do another design for what? And they all have to have different time and spirit and angel. And at the end of the day, we came out with a figure that truly should tell how beautiful it is in it. Most beautiful. That's most beautiful. To even say you are and designing and you came out with what? What nobody trusted should be. What? Just arranging something end up being what? What it is right now before us. So don't let something override on your right to be holy and obedient. However, in the storm, the Lord knows who indeed is watching and listening. What do we mean? We would need to have a little speed because the speed is very necessary. And what do you mean also in what? Continuing. So some key aspects we need to talk about before. I want us to know this so that when we're talking about the main 7 generations is myself and the human or personality that is reading up or written about to be America or Dallas, you see it what? Also owned by what? Another company which is what? Japan's or Japan 7. And now where it is with us, as you know. Yeah, key aspect said origin. Started as an ice vendor, where as it gathered around what? The Southland Ice Company in what? In 1927. In 1927, evolving to what? To sell basic groceries like milk, bread, and eggs when other stores closed. You see, at the time you keep on working when somebody, so that's a virgin extra fuel working in it continuously. And looking at the time that truly market is a spirit. That's why they could do that. Because you can only take note of such things when the numbers and agreement to the service is only about that, which is the mere situation you can say you will find us available to get introduced. How one person can live and continue to live and transmit the best every time to the world that is ever lived and world that is yet to be. Watch here. There we have another thing. That name is what? Rename 7-Eleven in what? In 1946. To do what? To reflect its what? Extended operation hours. Now 7 a.m. to what? 11 p.m. Now it's a global leader. So watch carefully. That even in the tertiary area here, we have already the names and the company name on some of the places they sell. Yes, just to know a few mentioned around myself here. And myself that cook and put, yeah, I really cook even on the channel. Live for we say as I eat live and serve the best. And the ministry of service as spirit for healing, purpose-wise. And we make a war, live war. If you don't do the war well, you don't get to have people who are on the side that must be given. Getting it. And you cannot build the righteousness on wrong. The right person will not receive it. Because it is a total deviation and total division. That once it is not on the service purpose, it will be given. So watch here. That it renamed it what? As you see. So global leader now becomes what? Or became the world's largest convenience store fresh or franchise. Yes. With what? With locations in numerous countries, particularly in Asia. Of what? Or a subsidiary on Tokyo based 7 and what? I holding or E holdings core Limited. Now 7-Eleven Japan. Then they name it. So it's really getting interesting to know all this. So you have to get these people in the notion and practicality that you may know the Lord where He is serving and working. That you will know He is best giving you and where you need to be. Watch carefully. Now, products and services. Products and services. Offers what? Snacks, beverages. What are beverages? Already you know the ages and the beverage age. So the beverages. We have also hot food like slippers. You see what they say, slippers. So that's the word for slippers. You will know how you call food in the name slippers, and they were kind of corrupting the best food to things you work on. This is where they disrespect and disobey the ruling of the Lord, where you should get healed. Because when you have a word that is what, slippers, you don't know that's a word for slippers. That's a word for slippers or the slippers. And coffee. And so you have a cafe and all of that. That everyday essential. How do you work on it? Then they told you to work on God. This is not supposed to be in the word language or tongue, interpreting a greatest person to be in the very dust. No, you don't do that. Now, watching close, leak close. What do you want to leak this evening? As the ice cream and cheese we are to be given, so indeed those who give must receive. But that if the one who gives has not really received the time of spirit, they have to wait the time to know the pain. So let the Lord lead. So if the Lord lead, or you keep on doing the right thing, the Lord will reserve the excellent for you. Watch here. Watch carefully. So if the best service comes and you don't give it to the best people and you give it to the wrong, that's why the world is. However, the world must only turn to the side of the righteous or reserved before it gets to them, because it's always a fought and fought battle. The righteous voice are reserved righteous, and the opposite. Watch. That is where you need to understand what the Lord needs, someone who understands or reason with Him. What may be wrong is in the spirit and flesh wise, that the Lord may be of a spirit which needed flesh to understand what they may need of their own field they sown on. That is what it is. So you don't have to come and say somebody wrote it and you don't even judge or to understand what righteousness judgment means. So in the righteousness judgment, until they receive or raise their own in flesh, that's how it went with the Sylvester, the great Kwesibe Queen. Working well. You are to get rewarded with the rate of what? Working righteously. Watch here. Now, if that has to be what? A very essential need. As sometimes services like big payment also in Japan. Now, innovation. So innovation, how we transform? How do you get into these other things? Yeah, you watch carefully. Now it's what it says. They pioneered that 24 hours. So they pioneered. So watch carefully. Pioneered what? Pioneer, which you also the pioneer. That's why you have piano and their connection. To say a business tycoon in connection, that's a business with the music. That's the lyrics. So to have any good sales or good thing reason is a good note you make and sound of lyrics, music, composed. That makes what? A pioneer. So that the 24-hour store concept and modern convenient retailing. Now in essence, 7-Eleven is what? Is a ambiguous what? Retail. What does it mean retail? It means the continuous trailer. The path you saw it ending, then you tie knot to cool or pull on or keep on what? The trailer. Even though the world ends until another creation. Whichever way it is. But when you saw it ending, so I'm the one who saw it ending, and I made it as if it is going to end in your time, the spirit will quicken you. They will let you know certain things in their dreams and vision. Then you, the one truly died for the excellent time, you will know where to tie the knot. There you tape it again, and they keep on pulling. So the trailer that you are seeing is about us again. So that is a great again and people. And where they told you wherever each star ever descend, you will see it continue their best service. And will never, even regardless of the situation, we have had to come to the level like this. This is why you have to say you understand the word retail. Retail. So that's the purpose for retail. That and later. So the word retail is for later. What should happen later? What you expect that should happen later, it means you have to know it now. So that you tie it or you connect. You get connected back to it. So to have the word retail means later. So if you see it right now, where you see later right now, you have to take an action right now. So that the later becomes your own story or your own what? Life that goes on. Which make it also the world celebrating. Celebrating it. What do you know in stock? So get boosted for doing that which you do, like I told you. Sometimes you don't have to be conscious about somebody or what you will give, but the righteous one will reward. That's it. You have to grab the greatest news to the side that is the news. You don't have to get somebody to stop you on the way like you have to have it in the most past and the generations. Now watch here. So if you know the truth in the real original word, you will word it and it won't fail to go on. So watch that this what retail which we are saying later and brand later brand. You see that later is greater, as I told you, always greater. Later is greater because what we are seeing now, you may have it increase again. Later is greater. That's why the scripture I'm reading to say the glory for the latter days glory indeed is greater than that of the former. So if you know the word and the spirit voice and the law and rule, you won't make anybody small now. You rather have to know when it was small, yet they saw it as great. Whatever they have made it, they told you now rather is the greatest. Because they told you now is so you couldn't come this generation and make a greatest to be rather small. It means you are in the past where you didn't know where it left off. That the word reserve was what? Later is greatest. Or later is greater than that which they have known. That is what? The latter days. The latter days. You see, even when I said retail, so retail days will be greater. Because those days they didn't see things like this, yet they do business. But it won't be like this generation where you are seeing Sylvester. We have made it on the soil that you want to say would be probably impossible. We made it. And we have connected by the world to it what? Lifeline and feed. And we're getting them feed and getting them fed as extension feeders like all of that. So feeding us like this. So the best news you feed and the best word you make, which will reward. So the best reward will be when you talk of great person, you have to have a great person be with you. That's the reward. So when you talk about the angels of that sort, you have to have angels with you. That's the reward. So that whenever they come to you, whatever they live on or enjoy, that you also live on. That's the reward. Your reward won't come from little when you don't talk about little things. It has to be from that level on it. That's the greater reward. And these you will have to look, watch carefully. Very well. If you take note, you would have known that truly everything was made originally pure state. How is it pure before us? Like this. Now again, what? That retail, and I told you the word retail means what? Later. Is what for what later. And brand focus on providing quick access to food, drinks, and daily necessities. So when you come up today on the generation like this and whatever you saw people do or that which has been reserved, that expectation that you have somebody from heaven descending. You have to keep the home, the mansions, because already you know some kind of forms and policies and rule that he had predestined. That his place should be like this, dwelling place like this. That case, you need to get working. You need to begin to work out some things. You get it? And that makes the law what it is that already before us. That known for its iconic logo and extensive what? Store network. Wow. We get it. So that's why we have to what? We have to say 7-Eleven. So 7-Eleven for this course, you have seen truly or perceiving the January Sunday and the best of anybody that is PRO. That's a PRO. So talking about the restaurant, you are even seeing the word, my own result again. That the Lord is the same. That has always returned and is in the best word, understanding of himself to tell the world what they fail to understand. Because even that which what you want to say, you have been maybe ages. He that came in the timid or tender age, or that smallish way we look at it, that same person had made it the greatest authority, like a mountain, that you just stand still and you don't know where to pass. And somebody suddenly brought you the helicopter and the cord, or the plane to lift you up, or the speed to just get you on the right path, as you may get stuck and have to have sometimes, like the waters you need to cross with ferry or ship or boat, depending on the size and the storm. And they say focus on the practicality, as it is more deeper than having a whole day somebody pick up and talk the whole day. So if you have made a whole day talking, and somebody completely just coming up with a creation one thing, that person had done it. That's what it is. Now let's quickly get to what? 7. So 7 reflection also for January. People born in January. Watch carefully. 7 reflection for people born or individual born on such date. Watch carefully. So if I have to say I've been born on what? Maybe 24, 26, 20. That is in a range. A certain part of January to what? A certain part of what? February. It's in that terrain. So whatever date I give you is about myself. That if I tell you I was born on 24th, 20th, 22nd, 25th, 27th, any date or stated date that I give you from 20th January to 18th February, any of that, that's my birth. Any of that, that's ages. That is, you just be in that range. And who do you think will give you just a day you were born? That particular day is very necessary, important. So that it is. Now what? So for individuals born on this date, say January 24th, 1988, watch carefully what's going to happen. What is it for? Personality reflection suggests, what it suggests? Suggests a strong sense for what? Responsibility. That goes with what? 7 generations, 7, 11, all of that. Best service you provide, and provide with the best reward. So come with it. And that's what, that is what, and to say a deep desire to understand the logical. What is the logical? The logical, it means the Lord that reason and who reason with him is the core. So let's say if I have a good vision and that I started doing something and you reason with us, and then you are called also to reason with them that reason with the Lord, or the Lord that is out for this world to continue. They are the one called. But not the one that claim they have been called, they have been called. No, that's not how they call it. Let's say the Lord, you don't know why the Lord needs somebody for what? Virgin. That is, if you are a virgin already, you're having a call. Because when you begin to know why you reason with being obedient, that's a call. So obedience goes with the call. How the call goes with the purpose, that's the reasoning. And that's what it makes what the real sons. That is the real sons, like the 3 daughters and the 3 what? So that in the command, understanding is the same thing that have been in the Bible or in any other book. How that you understand the past, setting very well explanation for our life. Let's see what best explain our life. That we also give what we say in life. So if life indeed is given, let the Lord command the millions, 1,000 and billion dollars for healing again, to take ourselves out of any confused world, as to take ourselves out of it. Because the Lord needs to understand your purpose is given for him, and his angels carry you through the journey to the purpose. Now, so personality and what? Personality and what? Potential reflection. Let any enemy out. Cut any unclean spirit out of this place. What we say. So what are we saying? What? Now purpose. So purpose goes with the reflection and personality, which is the potential. What is potential? The potential is a strength that goes with initial. Watch it now. Purpose for what? Being born on this day. That individuals born on this day may feel a strong purpose to what? Shoulder responsibility for what? The welfare of others, and seek what? The wealth, and what word is written? The root. For what? The real root. That's the root. So why is it the tree of root? That you have to know what they are saying truth. So it's the tree of root I told you. The teacher and the roof. So that the name truth is just looking for root. Who they are saying is called root. That is it. That is the T root. The T root. Or the time root. So watch carefully. That's a challenge. So the challenge goes with angel. The word challenge means angel. So the character of what? Allegiance. Those who seek allegiance. That's it also for the word challenge. Now, what is it there to say challenge word here? Watch here. Now, we can't be dead in the tank and not walking anywhere like this. The Lord indeed command and it cannot fail. Look at this word. That there can be a tendency. What is tendency? Like that young or looking young in that day, or thinking at a quicker age or in the most earlier age or stage in your life. There, or to avoid that kind of sense of connection to doing something at a time like that. Where you don't think, oh no, it's too early. Like, why do you think you have to get to this? The force for doing it. Or the kind of what? Nature they look at in you that want to do something above you. That's it. That is what? To be what? Overly serious. That's the determinant of this word. Worry and fret. Now, learning. What is learning? Earning. So earning L or watching L and earning it. So that we're talking about earning. Earning what? To relax. And learning to what? Relax. Why do you when you realize, you know what is wrong somewhere. But in the realization, it doesn't mean you are not living. You have many things going on, yet you swallow it in that level and you froze it to that level that even when it's too hard, you couldn't show it until the time is going to a certain level. Then you begin to ring 911 or 191, all those code or SOS. That tells the souls, which want to say is soul, also in the connection. That is the time you should know run. He couldn't do it anymore. You just have to get him the place he have to be. That is where they tell you what the Lord communicates over distance, and they said, no, impossible to have this thing fall. There we have it work. And that is it. So watch carefully that you will know such delegations. So those people are people delegated. So that's why you want to say delegate. What is a delegate? A gate. There's a gate right there. And then what? There's a word for what? Daily. Daily. So we have a gate called daily. Gate. So that when they say you are appointed to enter it through this gate, that is the gate and your name. That they delegate you to be the one and only that should pass through this. That is why your work. So these are the things that factor what reward and where you work with the great. Or you are called to take a place that indeed is given. You have had an honor already. So watch again. That you should know where the Lord called for, where it is needed. Their best service. That when you're working, you have to focus on those that really have been given that level. You cannot say you are working as a man of the Lord and the best people are hiding somewhere. And the Lord said, unless you search to know what they are going through, to understand their best service, like we talk about it, even the word for uncle or uncle that they gave you, that meaning, the word in that, a definition, that age, there are some people who are really weak and they need what? A certain cover. Which the Lord told you in the same Bible scripture that there is like a camel somewhere or like a donkey somewhere that need to be released. Do you think the Lord know not what we're saying? We've been healing every day. It is the work of the enemy that you see some of the things return to that level. But we tell you, what you need to have life is already what? Before us. The Lord indeed command that this food should work. This life should be given. And if you don't get it working, you won't see that person. And when they need you to understand the things you have done, even overnight, the kind of war, the battle, then only the Lord will know who did understand him and they call him. And what do you need to do with this? A delegate also and what? And manage emotions. How do you care for the living? Where the living means you gave life first in advance and you have to have what? Even a reward. And we told you that there are some people, as you mention it, they won't fail to give. How we mention it. And that's how the Lord knows those who give and the good on the good grounds. You don't know that the Lord had made it already. Such things. What? So to call through that gate and walk through it. And go in and you have a news that even the great one that will look for you and that something is available ready for you. Take this and walk through the gate. This is the miracle. That you can always give the best service to the best people. How can you judge the people unless you understand justice for everyone that observes justices They have the justice themselves. So you have to know how to repair and also expel and also what? These are the ways. Like you know the law and rule in US. How it should be is a spirit. So that anybody that you see of nation or for nation, you have to know the rule and how we apply it. That's the only way to understanding the law. And the law keep the flag of the greatest King Owa. Where they gave, what they gave, and I watch anybody that gave on that net. So the note of that level, we call G1. So this thing you see now, that let's say I've been given 100, the new city, which is dollar. That's the so I made it to be printed. That's why they printed the color of it as what dollar colors. The 100. So if I have to be angry, the Lord knows when. And this day, the Lord will have made it truly. That if you faithfully work, the Lord won't fail to be given. So that this day, I have to make a purchase for the lifeline. 3 days, I have purchased internet to just get to what? The writing lifeline feeding it. Is that right? Yes, reserve. The reward, the function should be that you keep fire in the ones that the Lord said we should have to give. The fire. If you don't keep the fire line up, it will be in the frozen well. That's why I brought truly the true fire or the original fire, and the world did not experience any force of anything as we made it. And you see the cloud up almost every time, and we having the air, the spirit in it, feeding you that you should not freeze until the time elapses. Then it continues like that. So watch here again. That it manages what? These emotions. Emotions are what? To be in the motion. To be in the motion. To be in what motion? Even in the end of the generation. Emotions. E there. This word E, the letter E, that alone. When the word is in the E form, you have to know what is happening in the motion. The Lord want to keep you in the motion. That even though it is on the E, but have to have it what? Giving life. Continuously. Then the Lord told you he will boost what? The giving. The sight, that's for fueling the good works. And that is what the Lord told you. Do you know who the Lord is? Do you have to know that? That those who come to the service of giving or on giving what? Life. They are the only one who keep on the journey continuously. And they are the only one the Lord have always made what? To be bought in what? Flesh and spirit as mortal and immortal. That's why they are the only one who return to the level that if anything should be given, once you be at the best, he will be with you. Now, that they say what? The emotions, we were saying to have life process in you, then it is what? To serve important. That's what they say we should what? Import. Which will say immortal or important. Or those words for morality. That's a moral lesson. To say what? Serious. Serious. And that word also what? Series. They are involved. Like that. Like ours. That's it. So that when you see the cereal, then you see US in that verb. That when you see somebody in the worry, that you are keeping that lifeline working and entertaining them until what? The Lord capture the flesh into where it has been reserved. Purpose. Now, also what? Going on to say, and freight. That goes on. Making sure this word you understand it well. That emotions should drive you into the world championship. That somebody cannot be alone. As a virgin is always alone, so indeed it is. He, the virgin, is the only one who understands emotions. When anything returned from heaven. Only virgins. And to know them that need it in the strength given. How would you not know? The Lord can feed you. He can. So that indeed it is. For what? Maintaining balance. Having to what? This motion, balancing, maintaining. Which they say what? Important note. Important note. This is for what? Our birth. That it cannot occur without a function. What will it say it is again? Watch here. So come out any matter out of space. Come out with authority. Let it be. Commanded authority. Let the foot living as it is. As I have to run quickly. Without looking at my age. Without looking at it. That I keep the life on in the process. Now watch here what it said. The G, rho, and the TF. There is what? Something here. The G, that is what the 6. Even the same growth is the one who rise up. That's why growth is what? Growth is defined as causing what? Changes in size, in form, and then so many what characteristics. That is the same person who rise up. So growth go with what? The one who rise up. The 6, the Lord, the sword, and then I don't want to mention their name. There's a name, but that's my own birth. The one who birthed this, that's their name. That's why they serve the age, because they know that they have also been served by them. That's why it goes on. But don't corrupt it to what? The word that says, suffer not a witch to live. That one, you don't have to abuse it. So the fact that we have to know who to serve, indeed, is a light. The light, like the main thing that will let you know who to serve. Not everyone you can serve, but everyone deserves to be served when they are doing the right thing. However, only the ones who are selected for service that you give, like great again, that the generation 777. So that when my code now is 777, it means I have to serve people who have served in the 7th generation. That's a code to that level, and they are to serve and recognize such a person in that level. Not that we are reducing 777 to 66 level down. We have gone past that generation, and that is where it is in the above level. And only the ones who do this excellently. That's why you can only bear witness, because the Lord showed me. He showed me the best places before I came here. Wow! And I've lived in this place for 8 extra years. In this Umbrella Junction in Tertiary on Century Road, because where they say rising and how we keep on keeping life, and that we made it understandable. That is where the Lord called for. Now watch here. It will surprise you that cultivating confidence through service and what? So confidence through what? Mary, and then Ken right here. Ken right there. Provide what? Pro what? Pro goes for what? What is the word pro? I told you, the public relation officer. Vide means what? Let's look at the word vide. V-I-D. There you understand what it says, pro and then vide. The word V-I-D-E. So V-I-D-E. If it's not forthcoming, we have to say the Lord is what? Making it happen. Watch carefully. As a very understandable path. You didn't know on the screen. I'm just saying, if I didn't read it out like that, or I didn't even read. If I carve out, then you have to know it. So let me now show you the main part or the conversation line. Let's see the conversation line. That the law is to make it known that at the end part, I want to show you what the what beautifully what stated here. As is also the time for what we want to say. Watch carefully. So talking about myself and then the generation I was born and the one who came what? Opening the shops and allowing it to what? Operate. So let's see that work right there. So what is the word VI? So VI. So what is what? Let's look at it. VI. We are saying what? What is what? What is VIDE? So let's watch carefully. What is what? What is VIDE? Before you understand the word PROVIDE, let's see what the word that's what the Lord wants. Not that they should prophesy. Look at it. What? To see, consult. Look at it. That's the meaning. So when you say the pro means pro lead that we need to have this later, we need it tomorrow, we need it today, we need it in that. Oh, let's ask what we need. Oh, what do you need? Oh, do you need this? Let's give you this. That's a provide. So today you see the word provide means to see, consult, and use it. So let's take a definition that they have for this word, vide. So that the PRO, see, consult, and make it available. So what is vide? So the word vide, that is what? VIDE. What is it? Before you put the PRO, Public Relation Officer, his vision. So the word provide means Public Relation Officer's vision and consultation. So the word vide means what? See, like to say perceive, or to witness, to knowledge, to have dream, to have visions. Then also go with what? Consult. What is consult? Right there. Like I'm doing now. Is consulting and providing. So that the word going provide is this we are doing. You couldn't have this word have any education or GES mark you for doing the writing. They have done just what they have been taught in the wrong. Because I told you before you can use the word. Here it is. Look at the word that you combine. That's why we say word in it. You word pro, which is what? PRO. You word it. And you also put what? Word pro to what? Vide. When you call it provide. And we didn't see the word provide. Now we see what we provide. Do you understand it? So that the word vide and then the word pro. This is that to see or perceive or consult. Now, use in what? Use as an instruction in a text to what? So you didn't see the word provide as instruction. So you just read. You read, but I cap it. And I bring out what? That it is instruction that we should know there is a word called vide. That the word vide is an instruction on its own that you have to know it before you provide. You say the word provide. So you don't just work on it. So that's why they say they work on. So when you just work on it as the word provide, you just work on it and not know what they have to say you have to do. So to say provide, you work on it by just saying it. But that there was instruction that you should learn to know what is vide. So today when you know vide means vide used as an instruction in what? In a text to refer to what? The reader to a specific passage. It means a particular gate you have to pass through. A particular age you need to pay attention to. Not every age, but a particular age. This is the instruction. This is the real instruction. That to pass age. Where means where the Lord passes through the wilderness, there is a person, a particular gate you pass through. From the very day I came, I made it happen. Because I make sure the vision, that if the pro comes to the level of the vision, they are that word, vision working. And that is what? The passage, and then what? The book, and then altar, etc. for such given information. What a miracle. There, you understand when you use the word provide. That is where you are. You see that we couldn't get there. Just like that. We have to make sure we cap. And you saw it as well. They said provide means, no. You didn't know the word vide itself is what? It's a different word. And the pro itself what? Is a definition from the word itself that is public relation officer, which is the prophetic. So when you just use the word provide, you have fallen and you fail. But when you use it like this, now that you didn't know, so you didn't have to work on it. You should have asked. So this is where I consult. So that the word consult is in that word called vide. The word see, in that word called see, provide. So I see what you don't know in the word provide, and then I open, knock, then we say it. And what has it got to do? That is initiating and support. So if you are truly the one who truly have been birthed for this truth, that's how it's going to work. And they cannot fail to support you for doing this. Now, let's get to what? The astrological part of what? What we are saying you think is fake. It's nothing to do with somebody's thought. Because everything in this world must be under the consult and the vision and provision with the Lord. So that it has to be profitable for doctrine, he told you. So I don't have to see somebody talking about it in an opposite way where we are not the one saying it. However, talking about what it is to do in your life. Now, you want to say zodiac sign. It's like when they say zodiac sign, you don't see the air. And somebody make air as wavy. You don't see probably the water when you go to the shore and the water in a wavy or tossing and rolling form. And when they are saying, oh, this is what we see when you go to the ocean or sea, then you are saying it's a sin. That is not. That couldn't be a sin. That person who don't understand this is going to be a sin for him or her. So look at it. So we have to have a zodiac sign as a zodiac sign for what? For the January 24th, any range from 2024 or from 20th, January 20th to 20, like to February 18th. That is what we are saying is Aquarius or Aquarium. And what is Aquarium? Even the word, there are many things here that you should know the word and where it is to be given. Now you should know that's what it states. What it states that it's Aquarius, which I told you what it's accurate prophecy. You want to say with solution, as you want to say, accurate timekeeper, the one who knows when something was falling and he tied the knot and joined with the trip like the Titanic. These are the things the Lord is saying. You have to get to know it. Even when the flesh changes, the Lord has been healing some of these things. He can change the flesh color or the skin, but that is a person they say look for. In reality, that's a person who you are seeing as white, who you are seeing as brown, all the hue colors. That's why they say that you may know the soul's working. So, in astrological and other data for these signs we have mentioned, the Aquarians, these are the character and the things they do physically, which is also spirit. That is an immortal being, personality, that trait, best service. To know who need, but you don't know because some of them they won't say it. But that you, the one who truly was also birthed, or they saw you to be the one rising from the heavens or descending, you have a work responsibility already. That they told you our purpose to serve is this. But you see that giving them most of them benefit of the doubt had led to what? Now most of them is separated from us. Because they are taking the opportunity for granted to the level that it's become what they cannot have. But for the true Lord, or the Lord himself, will not fail to carry the mission to wherever he has to be. That you should take note of. Take notice. What? Now, personality trait is what? To say generally, what I can do generally. You have to know what they are saying here, if indeed it's not beyond prophecy. Because what we can do now is not to be prophesied. It is working. We have to know it. So what? People born on what? On the, let's say, particularly on the 24th or 26th. I put it that way. Because that's it. I told you the range of what I'm doing is like a frequency that if you are born from 20th to 18th or 15th of month February, that is the Lord himself. However, the same Lord is able to raise himself in any other month that the thing is impossible. To raise some of them special from among the people he called, whatever name I would say it. And this is it. To honor whom an honor is due. Glowing who is light. You glow on them. Light. You don't turn their light off. You don't turn it out. That's what they need. To show that they are the one glowing and showing the true account. Or the excellent, or the excelling. Welcome to this. Watch carefully what it is. They will tell you what is an Aquarius. And they created kingdom that you didn't know. Watch here. That people born on the 24th, like in the range, particularly is one of these. One of them is this, to say 24th or 26th or 25th or 27th. Any of that. To say are, so people born on what? 24th, which is just saying 7th generation or 6th ruler. To the level you were given, that the Lord must give you power, if not you cannot go on. That's why anybody born should be in the name and the time, count everything. That it should favor the person until the person would get to the level that they have to make the main war, which is what? Conscious light and levels. So watch here, that people born on 24, let's say January, are often described as natures or naturers. So these are where they were trying to say nature. That's the naturers, which is going for nurses, doctors, like in the Lord. The prophet, the prophetess, these are the things. Teacher, care, and imparting, guardian, angels, these are the things. So that's what the naturers. So we call them naturans or naturis, rare as it is. So when you got the word natar, that is what you need to understand that the Lord is coming from. That we come up. So myself, I've not gone out any house. We are being moved up and down quite a little distance. So I can't be speaking an enemy. So I'm not watching any name other than the real and the thing that is presentable and presented to us on the screen. So that you won't say it's a ghost that came. No, we are beyond that level. That's why I can tell you who you are calling ghost. He's not a ghost. They are living people. They are human beings. I'm with them. And they are with us. But you don't know it. They will laugh. You don't know we laugh. I have to show you that. Because that's to see this work. And they now have the flesh according to the immortal spirit or immortal flesh. Or physical as it should work with it. So it is. Now, they are natural. So we are, so this is about myself. Not somebody's child that they bear. And you are trying to say you want to take his place. No. It's not about that. It's about myself. Go and learn about yourself. And we know if the Lord created, he can give himself the best. However, anybody that would also run errands on his behalf, he gave them. So watch carefully. That we are what? That myself, Sylvester Aquarian, and January, and all the best, and from the royal home and the teaching and all of that in the military, every need is what? To say the kingdom of heavens or kingdom for heavens. These are the kind of things they put on. Why they have the desires for what? Going to defend or fighting your cause is because they know where you started and you need a help. Push up a little. You got to push up, until we get to the level. So they needed what? Strength from the base all the time to keep on pushing until we all get to that place. And minus every other person who didn't regard what the Lord is doing now. So it's what? So natural. And then what? Warm. And what is warm? To give what? Fire. That if you're in clothes and froze, I need to give a fire. That is what? The true self of the Lord, or the true self on the Lord mission. So this is it. That warm-hearted. That if your heart is not cold, you know what is not also what? Not dead. You need to have life, and you fill them with the spirit and the energies, and like that, just create and generate. And watch carefully. And possessing a good thought or a good touch in what? Relationship. Relationship. So if there is a ship on the waters, you have to know the what or the sail. So sailors, that's the relation to what? Ship on the sail, like waters. That they talk. Sometimes they can throw this to this and this to that. In a special rocket move. That they can give, they can extend. But there's a way they can't get too close. If not, it will crash. Or it will collide. Or it will what? It will back up. That's it. So that they have to have a distance. That is the one-on-one or the space between them. That the relationship is on. But there's a space between them. So that until they get to the destination, you don't have to get too close. Only when you have to get close, then you do it. That's the best service you give. Life reserve. Watch again something. That's the best relationship. I've shown you what they were saying in relationship, that like a Titanic. Why you want to have somebody later join the great wealth and the trip that made it. That they are the same. That it hurt. Oh wow. So watch. There we have to continue that and creation. So you see that it is for creation. We are the creators. So it is not that when I create, then I rob it, or in a way you think, no. That's why we've been correcting the words. And that if you know you are a creator, you know who truly, indeed, do I create? Yes. Do I have a heavenly record? Yes. That's it. Endeavors. So that is what? Is for the end ever. That is what the heavens. So the same word endeavor, it means where the heaven ends. They that really carry the true working or the original side, where it ends, and then the others. That's it. Working well. There are more details inside into one's what? Birth date. Meaning and potential can be found through just what you have carefully watched here. That we have many other places. So if I want to show you in 7 reflection more details, watch here. This is just a little part of it. But in the more note, serious note is what? Here. 7 reflection, this one. Let's open and you see what I'm saying. So I'm going to open live. What is reserved, and see what I'm doing. If spirit indeed made it an angel, if they are the one doing it, you will have to watch it. So destiny card, let's say monthly. Some of them, why the Lord doesn't want them to what? Keep it in a certain area is because of idolization. Some of them, they want to do it whereby they will end up spoiling it. That's the reason the Lord doesn't like that. Some of them should be. But what is actually the truth and the true source? When you are the energy, or if you are the creator, you don't have any problem with those things. Already you know what is right, to throw wrong thing away and keep the what? The right in the reserve. So why we have reserve is what? Keeping the good things is the reserve. Throwing away somebody is because they have bad energy. We don't need that one. When we need it, we'll go for it. But what we reserve or what we keep in our own self or with ourselves is what? The main, as you say. You can say that somebody who have reserve should be kicked out away. Or that means the person just wants somebody destroyed. So welcome to this level. So welcome to the fascinating world of or world on destiny cards. We are not saying card. What do you mean card? Car, DS. There is a car over there. That we call it car. And then the DS is another thing. That is dominion and the shiny ones. Service. The car servicing. So the car and the driver service is what we say card. The vehicle that we say car, then the driver service. That's the same. The car, that's why they call us carmen. That is the car and the driver service. So you didn't know the meaning, because the one who have been given meaning is just something else. That's why the fight has been what? More rigorous and more disastrous than you want to have, and we made it. So the word card is for car driver service. That's what it is in that code. That is the best why you have even, let's say we have carmen in this country. That's the reason. These are the connection to it. You cannot say in the dictionary defined to be this and that and that. No, no, no. The main thing where we mentioned, I have to show you. Watch here now. Watch. Watch here. That were ancient wise dominion. So do you want to say the Bible is not ancient? That we should throw the Bible away? Or a Ghana Education Service giving a part of somebody's knowledge and their part, and we should throw it away? Or if there's nothing, actually, why do they have to keep it? Why do you have to take money from people? So if it's ancient and once you didn't know the meaning, you will destroy it. Because the Lord told you, he that is accursed, whatever they touch or talk of, will be cursed. It will just be rendering the thing opposite. It will just render opposite the life or the truth or the main or the seed and the reserve. So if you are not the one appointed for this generation, you cannot say you are competing with our generation. You have nothing even to know. When you get to card, you will say card is this. But when I get to it, I'm telling you what it is right now. That it is car and the driver service. Car and driver service. That is card. That's why normally in US, you use a card to get on the car. You see, even this, and the driver service. So you need a card and credit card. So that's why it says credit card. Means when you have the credit card, you can use the state transit and this and that many things. And nobody will demand anything for it than the card. Because they will have the card and you know your service, your work. Your work that you already working. So they don't need to ask from you money or something. They need to have what values you have. Then they can also debit from that source. Or they know, oh no, this is rather a statement. You need to drive free or join the state transit for free. That's the purpose of card. Now, where you have what? Where ancient wise dominion or wisdom is what? So ancient or ancient wise dominion is what? To meet what? The rhythm. You see, the lyrics. Where you didn't know what is in the card. Is rhythm. It is rhyming with somebody. So it doesn't rhyme with you because you are not the one who understands. And what happened is, for my life, in what? In the path or journey, or in the midst of journey, that is also what? On calendar, which is what? Monthly. That the call ender. You say, calendar goes with call ender. Calendar goes with what? Call ender. You want to say call. But the word call also is another thing. Call and ra and call and ra. So call and ra. What? That these unique two effortlessly you want to say reveals and let's say a person's personality and trait and kind of certain because spirituality that they reserve for the wise dominion. That when you see this, they tell you this. And when you consult the spirit, they should be that. That a prophet see you saying it. The same reserve. So that if there's no prophet, you look at the card, already you know what they say it means to see this. That the card is already holding the prophecy. Reserve on it. Like a book already containing prophecy, what you need to come and do. That when you come like a Samaritan woman. That's it. And what does it mean? To say that it goes on. That offering what? Offering a window. Offering a window in what? In your personality journey. Or my personality journey. That calls for a challenge, archangels, and what? And opportunities that lead ahead. You see that if you had mentioned, you would say lie. So when you say that already, you corrupt it. So lie. Even today I've had a word. Okay, it's on it. It's on the thing. Where is it? On the card, we see it. Let's use that. Let's look at it here. We're going to have it. So here, like this. Look, there's it. The L-I-E. There's it. So that's why I put it like this. I don't want you to see it and call it what you know. That's why I keep it in this form. So watch carefully. That we have it and not fake. That's right, just right there. So I was just doing this for you to understand that the Lord do this. That only those who are, it have been given or predestined or to walk through the gate, they are the only one it will be given. Your best service, somebody will recognize it. Because the Lord shown that in the real art, every other thing will be added. Watch carefully this. If you work and then we told you the level and the stage in life should reward, then we tell you then you have to do it. The same. That the person of the true Lord or the level, they may know their best services. If you don't have any good service, don't expect anybody to give you anything. You have to find a way how to get it. But they that truly carry the word and light and lamp and every other need, they are the ones who they say you meet with and give them, even without asking them again for a job or what you do. You should know them if truly we claim we are children or character of the law or from the law. That's it. So what do you do? Watch here. That calls for this opportunity that lay ahead. So ahead, right there. So we cannot have anybody disturb this hour, like you say, when the noisemakers come around. You have to know what we are doing, and then any other person. Because you cannot have a child be the reason somebody shouting whilst we are learning and earning L, and they have never been made to know. They have always made them ask what? Opposite. And that's not how it should be. You see that I have been working since the time working till now, without stopping, but creating and talking about the creating, and now coding and decoding what somebody also have in a different country, and the Lord himself, I'm decoding him to know what is written. That's a word, angel of the word himself. Even we may not know, but when we get to it, we will know it. Because that should be, once I see or hear something, I have to know what it's saying. And that when you see that happen, you cannot throw its goodness away. So watch carefully that each card drawn is a reflection. What do we mean reflection? Of what? The energy. So a reflection to on the energies. So it means that whatever is given out is emitting something life-giving. That's the purpose. That's why I told you we cannot create anything that comes from the true creator or the angel or the Lord that I want to say is not spirit. It has to work. It has to by force work. He has to do it something because before myself, it has to work. They're emitting it, vibrating and receiving it. We got to help our enemies. Come out! Return here. Come out at the 7 strength command authority. So right. So it is what? Also an possibility surrounding somebody or myself or you, that person hearing. Now, with just one click, unlock a universe or universe for insight with what? With the free or our free service like this. That is driving you. When I mention driver, you did not see driver driving the house. You did not see a car drive home because we are saying card means car and the driver service. Car and the driver with its service. These are the things. That's originality. You cannot say it will fail. So that it is just making it free destiny cards reading. So to see such things, you are getting some of the things for free. And that some of them have to also pay. And others also giving. And mightily somebody receiving. It should be in the authority of working well or authority on mission like this. So designed to guide somebody or someone special towards what? Towards understanding, as my path tells what? My path is what? Telling and maximizing potentials. That to also embrace the power of what? Or power on destiny cards. And what? And let the monthly calendar illuminate the way to you or to myself or somebody. What is illumination? When they are telling you the moon or the moon, the M-O on, when the sunlight is on, that is illumination. When the white stone or the moon, I want to say it in a word. I don't want to be calling it a certain word. So when the white stone that you want to say in your calendar, you call it marking the month. That light, that mark it. That is illumination. All those things are what they say Illuminati or illumination. They are telling you they are of the heavenly bodies ascending and descending. Receiving what? Law from above to the earth that receive. And then control things on the lower level. So if you are just a member to certain things, you understand. That's why they told the Lord that is light will come and show the meaning. If not, people corrupt the things and give it opposite. That is not the purpose. So the purpose is we ourselves. I'm the one who observed the light. So I'm telling what is in the light. Whether they agree or not, I'm the one telling. That's why my work hasn't failed. That we should make it rain, we should form the cloud. This is the reason. Such things he told you that his own won't fail. It will not fail. So if I have to enter, look, this purpose. You see that it is live. Let me enter my name here. They will tell you about myself and what I'm doing. Anyway, whoever you are, your birth already is what? Angels. So if you fail to follow that one and you allow somebody to deceive you, that's another one. Somebody's birth deceiving another person's birth. Change your life path and destiny. Look at my name. Okay, my name and date of birth. They're going to show you live right now. You see, I'm live showing the world. So what is it? So I need to put my name there, right there. Watch here. Now, Sylvester Kwesi Queen. Sylvester Kwesi Queen. That's my name right there. Let's see if I had the other name entered. Yes. And then what is date of birth? So I need to set up this place. So here, I need to put what? January. So somebody think I will ever change my date of birth or like month. No, I've never changed it. It's always that month. And for the date of birth, let's say the year, I can just do it as regards I am watchful and mindful. That which is officially today's. And I have any other thing to tell you January. That's why I end up showing the birth and name. So let's say I put 1988 right there. So let's put 1988 right there. So get it right there. So how many generations are you going to count and put it? Let me just put 1988 right here. So it is. And then we have what? Select here. And we have to have what? The month or date. So I'm going to put what? 26 there. I'm going to put 26 right there. Because we've shown you what is with what? The 24. So let me also show you the 26. When I put 24, it is going to show the same person and its personality and taste. And the creation. We are the creators. We create. Because we couldn't count for anybody who doesn't create. And watch here carefully. Now, if I choose any card here, it will be the same number on it. If I choose Queen, look at the Queen or Heirs. I have A, I have Queen, Q, I have the number 2, I have 10. Any of these is my number. So when as for the Lord himself, all these are his numbers. But you, the one he has chosen to give just one number. Even when you select, look at, if I select 24, like 24 will be what? Like Monday. When I select 20 what? Tuesday will be on 25th. That's why even they are rearranging it. How? What? 7 generation. Column. You say that nobody was birthed than myself. So when I go for 7, look at 7 is 6. You say it here. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has been arranged purposely. How do you know? Most of you, the birth and things that they did was not correct or it wasn't accurate. However, it was connected to a spirit. But when they say the excellent one comes, now you see why things have been designed. You see that on the very day, like you want to say Sunday, that is what? Empty world. There was nobody than 7 generation marking it on the column. So that it will mark it what? Like this. 3 on it. 3, 3. 7, 3, 3. So that it goes what? 6. So why the card is 6 is because 3 here, also 3 here. Why this side is also 9 is because we have what? 4 here, 1 here, 3. Why this one is also what? Let's say 7 here plus it. Why it is K is because of what? The kingdom. Watch here. Let's see the number. Let's say 2 plus 3, 5. And 5 here is what? 10. That's king. G1. That's a K1 or G1. That's why you are seeing it like what? This 3 or whatever. You say it. That's a king. So that's a king. Now let me show you why they put it. So this time they've advanced it. So we are not throwing those cards as they think in corruption they do it. We are telling you what is here. That makes why they did it. So I even first time I'm seeing it, but I'm proving it. This is my first time seeing it. I know the card, but we are not talking about card as they are, illegally, how they use it. No. But why I'm telling you what is making it this and this and that is this. Let's see why we are saying what is heads, crane. Look at it. Look at the miracle. 9 plus, you see that is my own number they place on it. Where it gets to 4, you might think Thursday birth, but they are telling you where it land on this 4, what is on the 4. It is saying what? 2 plus 7 is 9. And then plus 9 is 18. And 18 is what? A hertz. Because we carry it through what? Throughout to 2019, which is the Corolla. And then the corona. Corolla and corona, that's it. The crown. The crown on the head. For the crane. That's why crown go with the crane. Also like that. So that my 27 plus 9. That this same person that have 27 is the same one who have 9. That is what my G1. The 19 plus, like my 19 plus the 27. I told you in my home, we are having a trip of what? Somebody who have what? 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. 8 plus 1 being 9. And myself, who was what? Came from 8 plus 1, which is 9, came and wrote exam of the universe and they are everything. And I had this number, which is 2 plus 7, 9. Then we have the 99. So it's my home that have the 99. Before I have carried to another dimension to the level that I am myself, proving it everywhere. Then we have the heads. Heads going up, heads coming down. So my home is the one who is the Lord, who created. Who is the best teacher? They tell you when you see A going up, it means the heaven. The one who have the what? The 27 is on this side. And then the one who have also what? The 9 that we were saying, 8 plus 1 on the obituary. To say obituary, you know, it's not the obituary we are saying. On that card, you know what I'm saying? My home name, my home. They have weathered it. That's why they say all these things will come to the level to teach you before you know that it's not for you gambling it. Like the word gambling, you have nothing saying. It has nothing to do with you using it. But the main function and purpose is this today, first time. So this is the meaning for the cards arranged here. That A is standing. I'm not dead yet. I'm the one standing here. And then another A is what? Is what? In the level what? Like that. 10 upside. Who will come back again in another form? To be virgin again. A seed. Virgin grave closed. That will be taken again and brought to life. If you don't know it, I'm telling you. That I'm the one continuing to work until it return. To have it like rain, that will be like a seed. And the Lord said, let earth open for righteousness to spring up. That's the meaning. Let earth open. Like when you put a peg of something to put a seed in. This is a seed sown again. So when you see earth turn upside like this, that is a seed sown again. That one day, earth what? Will allow it to spring up. When heaven said, commanding heaven, heaven commands that earth, allow yourself to have what? Righteousness spring up. If I quote it right there, you see the scripture. So we'll definitely use it. I'll do that. Hoping so. So when A is standing, A is also what? In the resting. They are like that, resting completely. And I'm the one what? So the A, they are working. And another A, they are also down there. They told you that the one who was a virgin is the one who is the what? A. And the same A is the one who is a virgin who was taken to that place. That's the meaning. That's the real meaning. So watch here. So the number 2 is the same music. That the same number 2 here, as you say, is the same symbol of music. That's it, right there. And this Q that you see standing, and that same Q is also what? So the one that is to take to what? Heaven, or the one to ascend to heaven, is the same one who also returned from heaven to this earth. And the same person, they said what? Even he telling more, tell us more. What is it saying? It is saying that a queen gave birth to queen. A herd gave birth to herds. And that is how it is. And then the world rumbles, the tent, the rumble, and the quarters, or whatever, the builders, and all of that. That 5 up or 6 up, 6 down. So 6 gave birth to 6. That they will only see 6 again increase to another level. But they can't fall below it. Yes. So to see 10, there's whatever you do down here is maybe 6 at the level you want to say. So it will be also in heaven, the same number. So whatever is here as virgin, they say, oh, let's say we've turned it upside down. That same is the head in heaven. This is it. So the same number that you saw here to be 9, that same number is 6 on this earth. Do you understand it? These are the made miracles. So if you are a king gave birth to king. In that form, you have nothing else. So you see that those numbers are showing that I'm proving why it is this number on it. That 7 is this. 11. Watch here. So when you see the number, they say it 77 or 77 times. You watch carefully there. And they put the number 101, 11 house on what? The crane that is up, crane. So whatever color we transform or change to, that is what the Lord said you should observe. That is it. So these were having nothing to your corrupt world. It is just to tell what the Lord is saying with this form and creation in the gardens, wherever. So that the same person that carried you up also gave birth to you on this earth. The same one who ruled in the heaven, the same is on this earth that returned. That's the meaning of this card. Many things we have to say. Look at how things have been made so excellently. Who came and made the teaching well, that we truly saw it. That is why they say until up to 4th and 3rd generation. The Lord wouldn't mind them. You have to work continuous. And we made it. My home is already so much beyond this thing, so we don't even talk about it again. And these cards will tell you why. Any number that goes up, that same number is on this earth. Any human form that the Lord raised on earth is in the same heaven. Look at the symbols that follow. These are the ankh and all of that. The birth, like male, female. And see the 24. These are new things, new numbers created in addition. So that when you see it like this, that should not fail. Because it is life-giving life. And these are the human, like the one that looks like this. Like this. The Mandora. Look at it right there. Every need to understand. So as I enter my date of birth, let's see what they're going to talk about. Got a number of things here. Oh, I haven't selected any of the card. Like you see, as for me, any number that I select, it will be my complete work. But you see it only a part of it. Because you selecting, that's exactly what you know. But nobody's teaching you to select because you don't even know how to do it. So that you allowed us to show the way, how it is given. Well, let's select. So if I don't select, I'm not going to see anything. So first of all, let's say I'm the queen. This one. Which one are we selecting? I can select. We got everything here already. That's the understanding complete. But I can tell you one thing. Let's use the what? The number that will be 7 up 7. Like you see, that's the 7th generation. All that you are seeing here is the same that they are showing you. So that they are telling you what? On your table, how it is served to have it correctly is this we are seeing as if it's upside down. And then on my table, how it is served, that I'm seeing it what? Like I'm seeing it served also before you the same way. They are the same. You are the one seeing it as if it's turned down, but it's a table. It is pointing to myself in accuracy. And it is pointing to yourself when you are directly sitting opposite to me. To myself on the same table. It is also right with you. Nothing is wrong. It is the same way it's supposed to be. That's what is showing on this. I want to have something. Let's see the age. Let me see the number 37. We're going to have 37. What about will correspond to 37? Because I want to use the number 37. So 37 is here. Look. So let's use at least this level. When you are seeing this as 6, is the same what? 9. That's why we have the 69. 96. K. And then this number opposite. There are numbers with it. So like that's it. So that we have what? 26 or 27. We have 88. So there are some numbers that work so well. Then we have like what? 69. 30 or 30 like many. Just get it. So let me select what? The 37 here. Let's select 37. So 37. Well, even if I don't have, let's go down there. So even what? It is showing calendar. What? All that we are talking about is what? Even showing calendar and what is operating on the calendar. Look, today is 29. You see it? What are we saying? So if today is 29, they are telling you what is working today. What is working today? Prime. Because we have shown what? That 3 times 3 is 9. And then 4 plus what? 4 plus 5 is what? 9. That is the same. Which we ought to say 999 today. And that's the healing. 9999 today. That's what is ruling right now. Like 3 here, you are seeing the way it is. 9999. That's 20 what? This is an excellent calendar. That when you look at it, you should know that which it is and what you have to do. That's why they say they make it such that you understand somebody's work, the art. So we are on this. When I told you what, we are looking for a number that will do what? A number. So we cannot do without any other number than this number today. So this is what I have to use today, even as it's the same thing that I'm doing today. That's 11 hours, 101. So let's go for 101. So when you see this number today, then you have to know who you can work with. Then the 101 work, where is it? 11 here, crane. A on top, A down. So that's excellent, excellent people who work right now in this evening. It couldn't be a spoiler that should reward us. Only a great person, only somebody who receive and getting it, as that is what they're waiting on. And I also have a part I have lost already that I may need to recover. What a world. So this is it. The main situation. You see that what I've been received or what I designed, what we have to talk about on this. So this is a calendar you didn't understand that it works. So when I go on the calendar today's date, I know who to work with. And the Spirit itself made it. And it worked well. And at the same time, it's what? 99. At the same time, it's my result, 27. And that, then they call it son, as you understand it. Because it's the same word. 9-month pregnancy. And 9 on 9. They are the only one who can carry themselves. That's why, as for them, they'll be able to go through the times. Like that in generations. So that when you hear who they call a son, then you know that's the one that they say they are proud of, because bringing knowledge, understanding, dominion, proving righteousness. How in every situation we have lived. That's it. That is what the Lord said. Take notice and take note of and take note on. So when they tell it off, they say, take note on the ones who are on the mission for the Lord. That's it. So when I get to that place, we saw a table on table. A on my table, A on your table. It means it works well today. The date of birth show that I have to have something. That if I am doing the right thing today, then the right thing must reward. That's it. You saw it. That's the crown. And then the fan, the one giving life and air continuously. That you are seeing why the symbols. Wow. So we made it. We made it. It really works so well. And that's a healing for the flesh and blood. And so when I have to say, we are on it, so the best calendar is on. So they said, my planetary days. Let's say, if I'm born on probably Wednesday, this will be what? This makes what? Wednesday a Mercury day. But we are not born on Wednesday, so what do you do? But it may have worked with what? Wednesday person and myself. It means when the A also tend to what? When the star align with what? Somebody excellently, practically doing well, whether they were born in kingdom or not, once they have the kingdom with them as a word and law keeping, the Lord make home with them. That's how it is that they say we should do things. So, personally, it should work. So that they don't have to idolize it to somebody. We are saying the reality. So I made it. That it should be. So watch carefully. What are we to find out? Let's find out. So find out the date. You see that even calendar that we have today. Today's calendar means A here, A over there. So if the Lord can call you this name, even though we have, let's say, some of them we know, they tell things. They can call somebody on the level, the most powerful level. That's where the level is. To have it like this, we are on G1. Prove it again today. One, that is 110. It means the 100 we've received it. So this seed, and then go for saying. So of diamonds. So when you look at the calendar, these are to work like that. Tens of diamonds. That's a word for the kalo that we call it kalo. But that's what? Tens of diamonds. So the original name is what? Tens of diamonds. So if you haven't worked and you go and be, let's say in the process, sticking, let's say, playing with the card, you are sinning. You are saying that you are using it to what? Create for yourself what you have not been given. But as I have worked and I keep on working today, what is it? Even what? What here? Other thing follows. Because there's a special number on top of it. What? Let's say when it's 76. When you add 7 plus 8, we get 13, which is 4. So this 4, why the corners? You are seeing like what? Corners like this. That's the reason. So these are the things arranged below and above it, whichever way. There, we also look at what? We have 13, 1, 3, which is what? 1 working the 3 things. That when you add also this one, we'll get what? 4. So even you can have a guidance for 4, 4, 4. This is it. So that on this, I have received at least what? Out of one of this. So any other thing that will work with this one, that's what the Lord is expecting that should be put on the table. This is where you need to understand and decoding. Not that way people think. You say that on this day, something has to happen. And it happened. Because when you work well, you have to know. Look at the column. What is here? Look at the symbol that is with it. On this line. And what here? That even this. Below it again is what? The same 10. But this one will be another kind of love. So the word that comes with it is tense of what? Heart. What is that? The state of the heart. The Lord himself, where the dwelling place is. And this one is what? Like in the music, I told you the diamonds. Shining diamonds in my hand. That's what they are saying. So in this reality, you need to understand that you can't be any other thing through any force than the real Lord himself and the light. Look at how beautiful it is. When we created, did we see somebody like angel? Did we see something like what? On the design. Let's show on the design. So I'll try to mention on the design. What do we have? The other one. The main. Even watch it, I'll show you what is happening. Look at it. Watch here. Watch here. You see this person, this creature here. You see that we have that life from earth. What has been created as it is. You have to have it like that. Isn't it a beauty and princesses, and you are seeing the excellence and their beauty and how they see things beautifully. And you see star on the star, and 7 is 7 truly. And watch carefully, and the numbers are working. Watch carefully, the most highest. And when it is on SI, you see it truly working. As if the steer control is on my laps. And indeed, we are making it happen. Wow, look at it in the form like, wow. And look at how it is. The even and Evans and Evans, which is 7 this evening. So this evening, so S evening 11, S evening 11, 7, 11. S evening. So what has happened is, in this evening, something shiny happened. Shining diamond. These are the things. If I hadn't done it, I don't think we would have had something. And we say, oh, live. There we show you the live. It happened live. That I was in the studio and having my name and being mentioned, we have to make it happen. What a mighty recompense. And when we put a special silver and many things in, you are seeing somebody working. That's what the Lord wants us to do. In the case like this, if I don't respect, we want to see what is the use of it. If I respect, we have to also see it. So it happened. Let's see that. So this symbol here, under the column, this symbol is happening. How many? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is days. And under this column, it worked. Today, this symbol worked. This one. So this one had worked. You see it? It worked with us. Yeah, that's a healing. Even there, heaven is saying, for the roses and the metabolic. So that's a healing truly. It is highest authority. Even the Lord, my Lord, and the Aquarian and heavens. It is the highest. That symbol alone is beyond healing. Yes. It's beyond mentality healing. Yes. It's beyond healing the righteous person, the one reserved in the virgins. Oh, yes. It's beyond the angels. Healing you. Because it's mighty than any name right now. Because that's why the healing occurred. You need a healing in the flesh. And the power. So if I use anything to do something, you have to know what it is. Yet I made it happen. So that is the excellence that work it out right now. You see that the calendar here is so much that you need to understand it. And that when miracle is happening, if you don't go for it, let's say if I had been in the wrong place today, It won't happen like this. It may be in the dreams, but it won't be like I receive it physically. But it happened because I'm here right now. So I can test also. Let's say the evolution level. Test 100. You say I receive 100. Accurate. My word shows accuracy. So if I want to look at my level here, if I'm the one working well, you have to see it work on the level. But maybe another person who will test it for you. It won't be on the accurate level. It will be as their level is. But look at what we just made now. And you see, look at the star. This is a star. So when you see a five-sided figure, it's a human being who have what? Open his arms, the drone like. And where is the star? That's it. On the design. You see it? Look, there's it. Look at it. That's it. That's a human being. So that when I told you every star represents one human creator that rule over it, that's the meaning. And even doing it on top of it, look, everything you're showing. The one controlling. What a world. So what? So in this part, when you are truly seeing star, when we are seeing a human being, then you are, some of them, they are giving it to something else. A star, indeed, is a human being or angel that rule over the star. So when they open their arms like this and say, don't pass here, they are like, don't pass here. It means you cannot operate in their territory. But when they open it today and then it is to allow only the people who fit well to come in, that is the highest authority. That you have to know the healing. Yes. And that is the excellence for working. Archangels. The one who said don't come in or come in. That's it. So you don't have to have any of this world creation become a curse when there is the light and the Lord himself. Where it is practiced wrongly, that's where it is wrong. But where it is with the Lord and the virgins, it is indeed for the virgins. Let's watch carefully this one. Let's see. Let's carefully watch this. So I had a lot to say. That's all right. So also the column for today is what? You want to say Monday. You see what work with us. So when I said today being, you want to say Monday or whatever. But today here, I'm working. But where did you see it work? A different day. What is it? Even though it falls under this very as if Friday, but that's not Friday work. The number where it is, that's what they say, where the seed is, you have to go for it. So when I set for my date of birth and today's date, it is under what? This column, which I am saying, if I'm truly directing well, we are directed here, 29. They say, but today is what? You want to say Monday. So when you go for Monday work, you have failed. Even though somebody's Monday, that's when they are beginning to work. Like here. You said, my reward. So I've taken it, but it's under what? A different day. It means I have worked different days. And that's it. And where even Sunday? Where is it? Or Sunday could be anywhere. Like Sunday had come out of the work and is working. So how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where is it? Sunday is this. That ends with what? Wow. So it starts with this like this as 3, and you've seen it. So 3 working with, let's say, 8. And that's it. So 3 working with 8, 11. That's why under this we set 11, and we had it. On the same thing, that goes with what? The 10. And we were talking about the numbers already. That is what? 20. So that the date also went with what? That thing. 2 plus 9 is 11. Watch here. The date here is 11, which is 2. And let's go and see all that is happening with this. Also this side we are saying what? To be saying Sunday, here you see it as 3 right here. You understand what I'm saying? 3 here. This is also 3. And this is also what? When you add this with 3. So 3. So that's 3. So when you see 3 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Every number in neat form like that. That's what they are simply telling you. And that's it. And look at it. That it's working what the Lord called for it. Like when you are like this, Look at this creature. But I have had to say, they say, oh, they turn you opposite to another creature having wings. Angel. That's angel. Already this symbol is angel. And it's so many things that if you are the one who sent or who went up, that is the beast. Then when you return, you are showing what? Another what? Level to return, having wings. There's a return. So when you make yourself as if or as though the beast, and then they told you like a sheep, and you have been taken up, when you return, you grow other wings, 4 wings, like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is telling so many things. That's angel with this level. That's even to watch the corners of this earth. And when you see it also standing, it's another form. That's why it's very crucial to understand this. So, even to talk of, I was trying to get some of the things. Let's get out of here. So what? To that, they say what? February 1988. Can we say February? We have to have what? We mentioned January. So let's go for, so this January, let's get it. Let's go for it. Oh, okay. Because I mentioned January myself, February, and March. So that's what is really working. Let's say that we are on February column, 1988. Let's say 1988. If we are born, let's say 1988 in February, up to a certain level. Let's see if the life indeed works. Today's date. Let's say today's date. Let's see what today's date will be if it's in February. Look, watch here. Here, 2, second. That's a second. Also, what? Second with 77, 14, and then 5. You see that right there. And then the same 11 house. That's what you have to have with the music on. So you cannot say there is a person here that does not do music. You have to have it. Everything works. That by the coming or before the coming of this, you see even the music. They will sing about him. And all the lyrics, it is the coming of the Lord. Wow. That's it. So it is. And when it happened in that month, what will be? You will not see a beast. Because once you go and return, you are angels. But when you are among the human being, like in February, you'll be the archangel too. You'll be the archangel, but a human being. This time living with them again. Wow. That's what it is in this. There's so much what I'm doing here, so much healing. They have so much healing power. So much healing. There is so much freedom in it. Yes. So you see where it will be if I have to look for myself in this month. Right there, as if it's in today. This is it. So that look at just what we're saying, where it ends. Wow. So it means truly that the 29 extend from that January to the part what? In February to this end. That's it. That's it. And anything else really want to say? We can take off this one and then we talk about many other things later. Because I hope that we have made it. So in the course to understand 1 Corinthians chapter 5, we got it. Regardless, whatever it is, we got it. Even with what we've been able to deliver now, you have to know that truly we made it. So this comes to what? The level and end of the brokers as 7 showing it. So did we show only a star or we have to eat? So I've been working and we will need to eat. So we can eat also. That in it. To give to what? Them that truly wait for it and wait on it. Do you see that 7-Eleven in truth powers it works? That's the purpose. It cannot fail. It can never fail. So that it works with the same. That is the purpose. And look at where we are just living around and making it happen. The symbols. Look at what we create. And the creation truly never fail to give. That the most designs. Everything the Lord built. What a world. Oh, it's a world in it. A world in the supernatural. A world in it. A world that cannot fail. A world in it. These are the things they say observe. So that when the Lord gives you to eat or drink, that you cannot fail. So in it is. That's it. Let it be in the excellence of his own word, and that is what they say, allow yourself to do. And sometimes he will tell you, even though it is hard to come in with it, but we made it. Once and real time we made it. To make sure the confirmation, he didn't feel like some of them, he'll tell you, maybe their destiny have been twisted or changed. We work in something a little, something at least working something. And we told you about what? This 7-11. That should be the word healing. That the Lord cannot fail to heal anybody else in this form. That is it. We made it. And we show you the number as it is. The 1927, and it's my exam result. These are two different years, two different issues, which you cannot say, how do you think it should work? It worked, I prove it. Look at it. It worked. That's why Trump and all of that, they are also in the same, like business area, eating. 7, making war on behalf of their people. And we command healing according to the word. And the healing symbol cannot fail. That is what the Lord look forward to. That we should not fail to do. Don't fail to do it. We have to help. We have to make it happen. That is never failing. I am filled in the flesh, in the spirit, and in my greater vision, that I cannot fail. So you see that truly the shape, the number, everything, it is just to honor somebody that they were showing, a seed, king, emperor, all of that. So when you see an emperor, you are seeing a king. These are the ranks in the kingdoms as angels telling you what you want to hold. Every shape, and you say that they told you diamond. Then you say this what? As what? 7 of spades. What do you think the spade is used for? Spade for building nations. 7. Spade for building. The spade. You don't know what it says. The shovel and spade. That's what they're saying. The spade is a flat look like. That has what? Easy fetching in a very special way cutting. But the other one would have what? Purpose different. Let's look at this one. What is it? Yes, the heart is it. The he art, the state of the art. If you have worked with a spade, you have to know what you build with a spade. That's what it is. In this, and they say, what? Clubs. You see, so to have the 10 clubs, you see that the 1 0 0 or 1 as 1. So when you see 1, that's a 1 0 and 0, or any number that attached with it. Just saying 1 is up and 1 is up. So when you see crane, that's what? That's a 10 of clubs or 10 on clubs. Then that's a healing. 10 on clubs. 10 on clubs. Is that right? 10 on clubs. Just have yourself and rule. 10 on clubs. So if you are the good person and your family, this is what they have to live on to enjoy. So that the ones who don't want to learn to earn or to enjoy it, or as the Lord instructs, they are the one that say cut off the house. So that you have the one who made the wall. You cannot say somebody clean and somebody make it dirty. No. They don't have to live in the same. So that's it. 10 on club. That's a planetary also working. So in the real art, let's say if my planetary was also, let's say today, Sunday, born Sunday, this makes Sunday your Mercury. Do you get it? Like I was saying. I was just saying it. That is it. To have the Lord rule continuously. So let it appear also in Aquarian right away, and out of the child and frozen, as the law is indeed. He that made it, walking in the good business posture of the archangels and the authority, living by the cloud and the truth, that relax and let it be rest, and rest in authority and taste of it, greatest healing that the home built cannot fail. And mission and ministry Sylvester right away. This is what I do, and I tell you that you don't deserve it, some of you. Because you are not the one to receive the good energy, which is the healing. But when we are saying it, you will not understand as it is certain level beyond you. Certain level beyond what the church will say. That is just to say what is derived from our kingdom. Okay, we have it here. Let me check this. Let's say that. So to come an end. So don't regard what you don't know, with your mouth open, judging it anyhow. Those days you used to judge things, but this time they say, take a look at it well, so that it will be what as you think it used to be. Things have really changed. That you probably now getting the true understanding, about things. Let's get to this. That's 7 reflection. 7 reflection. Yes, Johnny. Yo. So let the Lord lead according to his word he told you. I thought I would have it like this, or I would have it what? Like anybody leading the path. But we came and created. Yes, Chiane. Nyankola Tueno. Ah, if you're the Bila song, Ala Bila no. Amaku Bila no. Ah, yeah, ako bosube oye nya fun ale pe na say nyankola we mutone. So nyanko ebono ale ni. Yeah, create and create at all. Most on kware dey want to buy ni. Yo, momo interfaji mi mo kudi ato na edun ka to video. Men to fa put olaji. Interfaji. Me bia na edun ka to video no. Ah, yo. Momo edun ka to ji. We command the authority, archangels, and supernatural in the mighty authority of 100,000 powerful archangels and powerful 10,000 and $100,000 in billion times. We command healing for you. Hey, yo. All right, no more. Yo. So we end the broadcast as the living word. The Lord told you that why somebody will have what? Let's say parents with what? Any good home. That's why we say what? The military home, the captains, all of that. You have to know that under real law, there should be. That's why they told you we have homes, many homes. That once you have one creator save as a nation, every other person is the kind. Which is what? When you see any good woman, any good one, like any side, any nation, that's how they carry you and how you carry them. Yes, that's why you cannot build your best with something else. You have to know how we visit, how we serve and save life, many generations, saving many. Is the reason we have what? Many parents when it comes to this work. Because if you have, listen, if you talk about January 7-11, and then we talk about the main 7th generation, which is 7-11. Let's see which house. Yes, we have to do that one right now. It's very necessary. We wanted to show it. We can't go without it. Let's say which house is January, Sunday. You know, we have classified, we have the classes of the houses or the home. When I mention what? When I mention the word vide, where we use it in the term provide, as you say. So being under watch, let the Lord lead continuously. The law is the Lord. So that when you see somebody carry it, that's the one you are looking for. So that when you see him, you are probably also seeing that person you want to see. So, which house in the classes? And which house? Watch carefully. That's why we prove it and we tell you what. Which house in the classes is January? Watch you. That you know. So that why have you learned and that you didn't know all these things? January born. Yes. Class, you want to know now. Know it very well. Watch carefully. Which house? I just ask that you may know. Look at it. Now, watch very well what they are telling you. These are the things you need to know. When it's happening with the spirit, you cannot change it. You cannot do anything with it. You cannot carry it for another person. So watch carefully on the tongue. The concept of being associated with a specific house based solely on a birth month is not a standard part of what or on established astrology or or other known classification system. So if you are truly not somebody well endowed or in the path, enlightened, you will know it, because it is only those who know it that know where they are. So watch carefully. Now, what is happening? So in astrology, like let's say if you are not in a sector learning towards that area, you don't know what they are saying. It's the 11th house. That's what they mean. Like you don't know it in church, like that, or religion. But the same thing is what is here, and they were the one communicating what is in the church before they regard it as a spirit saying it. So in astrology, a specific what? A specific house, that placement is determined X what? The exact time. You see, that's why it is. Time, date, and location of one's birth. That's why if I be born, let's say, in the land that we say the Lord Creator is, it has to be like that. If not, your location will affect the birth, and you won't be the one. So I've been born in Aquarian. That's the only place they are telling you angel will come from. There may be other angels, but to this very effect, this is holy, because that's the original level. To say what they are saying is the house, that place is predestined to be what it is, because already where it begins, you have to know it again. When the true angel return, that if you have, let's say anybody else in any nation, we have nations race. We have many nations. So what do we mean? That is determined by the time, date, and location of the birth. As if Christ was not given that he was born in somewhere, Bethlehem, you were saying. But the main place he was born was like what? Behavens, where you don't know where we are saying. All of that. You didn't know that. So, and they call it, a place in Judah. All of that, like all these things. Watch here. That's a place and try to give a location. Like all that they're trying to say, right? Okay. Reserve. So, which defines, it does what? It defines. It tells that you can't do it. No matter what you do, they will tell you what you are. Defines one's what? One's rising signs. What is a sign like? Ascendant. You said. And how the sky saw it divided or was divided into 12 houses. What do they mean? The 12 months. So you know it as 12 months, but you don't know it as 12 houses. And that we have extra house hidden, which nobody knows except the ones who learned these things. That's the 13th one they will say. That also is what? Why the 13th month suffering, we made it. Which is the 4. Look at it. Look at it carefully. That which defines what? The rising signs as ascendant, and how the sky was divided into what? 12 houses at that moment. So at that moment, they are telling you how things appear and how they are arranged in classes, which you cannot doubt as you see it January, February, in that order going. And any other day that a special person being born. Watch here now. That, however, people born in January, watch carefully, they say what? People born in January, and normally what do? They are with the FAII, which is what? The laugh. You say, already the word laugh. Laughter. That I told you when we were born, I don't cry, I won't be crying. Like people normally know how to be crying when they are before us. That's why we tell you, do I not talk? They told you some culture that when the person is not crying, they may not talk, whatever. It's not like that. Once we are not the one living the life of somebody else, you have to know the spirituality in the trust and hope, how they ask you to do it. Why do you think a child should be crying? That means something is wrong with them. Do you understand it? Because if you truly know you are with the prophetic, why do you need to cry? You don't have to have somebody's mother or father, let's say those generations, to curse you already before you come to know that they curse you. Like in that word, that if you don't cry, it means you are somebody else. It's not like that. That the FALL or FAII, which is what? The have or love. That's what you say. That's the meaning. That's what it is. It doesn't mean you say 4. To say 4, that's not what it means. It is what I mentioned. They are code representing, and what you want to sound it, it is what? The have or love. Love, how did they mention it? You want to say love, laugh, like you say laughter, like you want to say love. but it's in the midway like that. And why do you say love? If it's 11, then 11 go with 11. You say it, loving. There you are getting loving test. All of that. These are the things that call for the understanding. Now watch here. That under two different zodiac sun signs. Are we not talking about the sun? Really, we didn't see it? So let's see that happen here. Now, again, somebody wanted to know. Then these are the two main signs for being born January. That it falls on Capricorns. We have a Capricorn. That is when you are born from between December 22nd to January 19. January what? 19. That is Capricorn. So if you didn't enter the 20th January, you are not Aquarian. You are Capricorn. And that from 20th January to what? To February 18th, that is the Aquarian. And the February also what? Ends at 18th with what? Aquarian. Beyond January, let's say beyond February, you don't have it. You will be born in the same February, but you are not the same people. That alone changes you. This is spirit and the truth. Whether you agree or not. These are things what? Given. There, if your question is referring to what? A specific pop culture or pop culture and sorting method, like you want to say from a fictional universe or a viral online quiz that assigns a house. You say, that is what? It assigns a house. You are in this house. You are in this group, this class. Or from classroom to what? Online. That's another house. That's what they're trying to tell you. Like what? You want to say, like in a school setting based purely on the month. And that will be what? Will be specific to that particular system and not a general rule. That in this month, you have to do this, you have to do this, you can't do this. Like the syllabus, like the term and class and whatever. That is without more context, it is impossible to identify a single, universally recognized house for AII or the law. The law. Which is what? AII or EER. January born individuals. You are getting it right there. So at least you got this, and then many things if you want to talk about it. So much we want to talk about. So if we want to go for so many things, look at the one who is far away. Who will be telling who you are and what you are doing. That is exactly what you can't doubt. And we want to say, so you see that when I ask for that specific word, they tell you and it raising. You can't say we are the same, we are not the same. Only what works well is what they regard as what? Being one of them. That's what it is. I know, that's what it is. You can say that somebody is doing the best work for my sake. That you yourself, what you have to say, or what have you been charged to do. So in the context where the Lord called for the great news, what do? We have made what? Our greatest authority. And where is it? Where the Lord calls for what? The multi-purpose. Let's watch carefully if I have any other thing doing. That my flesh transform the most olive oil, water oil, and the living flesh. That we cannot consume our flesh with what defiles the flesh. That's what we need to know. We need to really understand that. Let's get to this. Maybe I have. Do we have it? So we've probably ended here. At least a little about what we wanted to say, so that it's supposed to be getting healing and getting healed. Getting healing and getting healed. So I'm going to what? I'm going to show this. This is it. Where we've worked. And that the work can't fail as the living word is not failure. As the Lord could not call for failure in this works. Yes. Do we see that? Do we agree with that? We have only agreed on my terms as the creation is on. And you see what it is. The level that is in the heavens. That below it, only a small part. If it should be under this section, then you look at what? What is in this part of the heavens. That the path and the path that this person holds. Let's say this section or circular thing, you want to say that part, that whole day. Look at the section that is given to this lower level. So this one, and at the end of the day, we are seeing it as what? Heaven above. And that is on the level here. And now you see, that give us the best or little life. That give the whole earth this life that we need. And look at just what we are saying. So in out of what they were saying, the class and cluster and Milky Way of a galaxy, it is as most of this will be formed. Even what? That how the nature of the earth, the stars arranged, it is this that will happen. How we telling you. That is an exact time. Aquarian is the only one that have it. That create to make them the human form. This is it. The word is 7-11. January or J or Sunday January. These are the things. We end the broadcast just right here. I don't feel like we have any other thing doing. Or to talk about myself, my greatest, my authority.